Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing fine and safe at your home. So, students, let us continue our chapter symmetry, which we were doing in previous class also. Let me share my screen first. Yes. So, students, we just wait for a while. Let me start the slideshow. Yes. So, students, we have done symmetry chapter in our previous class. The topic in that was line of symmetry. From this question, I hope you all have got an idea what we have done in previous class. It was line of symmetry. Now here's a question in front of you. I'm giving you rights. Also, you can write it in a comment box, or also you can draw it on your notebooks. Okay, you have to draw a line of symmetry of alphabets, which makes line of symmetry. Also mention which doesn't. Like you have to tell the alphabets who are making line of symmetry, and also you have to mention which are not making by drawing on your notebooks or on the slide also. But you can write in a comment box also that which are the alphabets who are making line of symmetry. Yes, I'm giving you a few seconds. Okay, let me also draw it for you if you are getting confused and or you have forgot that. Let me draw it for you. So in the previous class, we have done about the line of symmetry, that was like alphabet A first. Okay, alphabet A is, if we are drawing line of symmetry in between, what we are observing that A is making line of symmetry. That means left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Let me increase my size. So this would be considered as line of symmetry. What about the others who are not making line of symmetry? Which are these alphabets? We have to find out those as well. Right. Let us suppose we are writing for alphabet B. Now what about the B? Is it making line of symmetry or not? We will find the line in between it. Now you see that left hand side is equal to right hand side. Is it so? Or they are not equal? They are not. If I'm holding or molding B, would it be making same symmetry, like left hand side is equal to right hand side? No. So it would be considering it as not making line of symmetry. Okay, so these were two examples for line of symmetry in case of alphabets who are making line of symmetry and who are not. Okay, so you can also write more alphabets which are making so students, here's a question in front of you. You have to tell that what would be the line of symmetry of the following triangle. Like here's a triangle in front of you. Which triangle is it? I hope you would be able to guess that. So here's a triangle who is having equal angles, that is 60 in on each vertex of it. Okay. So if the question is about what would be the line of symmetry of the following. Let me draw here. Line of symmetry. First of all, we would be drawing a triangle which is equal to each other. And the angles are of 60 degrees. That means that the triangle is having similar. So it is an isosceles triangle. Okay. So here what you can see is that here the triangle is isosceles, where you would be drawing a line of symmetry in between it. Noticing that left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Okay, so we will be considering it as line of symmetry. Okay, so what about the polygons? Like it I have shown you in the case of triangle. If we are talking about the 3D shape of this triangle, what about this then? What would the 3D shape of triangle? That would be considering as polygons. So this is what we're gonna learn about today, line symmetry or regular polygons. So today's topic is line symmetry polygon students? Also, I would like to ask it from you. Polygons are basically the closed shapes, isn't it? Shapes which are closed. Okay. So what about the line of symmetry in this case? We will be doing next. First of all, let me tell you the learning outcomes for today's class. That is, after the completion of this lesson, you would be able to define the concept of line of symmetry for regular polygons. Then you would be able to analyze the use of line symmetry in real life. Then you can draw the multiple lines of symmetry on the polygons. Then you can apply this concept of mirror reflection of symmetry by using various objects. Okay, so here, what about the line of symmetry? An equilateral triangle. I told you that it is an equilateral triangle. In the case of equilateral triangle, the triangle is having same sides and angles which are equal to each other. Okay, like here we can see that they are having angles 60 each. Okay, so what is the angles measurement? How we can measure that? With the help of protractor? Yes, this is what we can do. Now, related to that, we are also having another question, that is, if a pentagon is regular, okay, read the question carefully. If a pentagon is regular, naturally its side should be equal length. Okay, you will later on learn that measuring of each of its angle is 108. Here's a pentagon which has been shown to you. If they are considering one side of it which is making triangle, here you can see that is making triangle. Let me draw here. If we are considering that angle here, it would be making an angle of 108 degree, 100 degree. Okay. First of all, let us draw a pentagon. That pentagon is making lines, segments, which are 5 in number. It is a pentagon, you can see. Now what they have done is, they have exceed this. Let me do it. Second. Okay. So here you can see that they have exceeded these line segments here and they have drawn a triangle. Okay. So now what they have done is, they have given the angles, that is 72, then 56. We can find the third one angle. Also, we can see that there is an angle which is broader, which is making angle of 108. So it is showing that, as in the question they said that a pentagon, who is a regular pentagon, let me drag this, yes, is a regular pentagon naturally having equal lengths and equal sides, where the angle obtained from one vertex is 108. So this is what was done, told by this question using this diagram. So now, what about this? Does the following figure makes line of symmetry? If yes, then how? What do you think, first of all? Do you believe that it could be making the line of symmetry? If you don't feel like it, then the question is done here. But if you feel like yes, there could be a line of symmetry in this case, then we would be noticing how it is. It would be making. First of all, we would be drawing. What we would be drawing? We would be drawing. As they have drawn. What they have done? They have drawn the diagonals. Also, they have shown that the angles on the sides are equal to each other by giving us a line, single line and double line, which is showing that which line is equal to which one and which angle is equal to which one. That is showing because they are telling us that it is a sphere and sphere is having equal sides. Diagonals also. Are also doing same on your notebook. Now, on this here, what they have shown is the lines are equal to. Now they have asking about a line of symmetry. If I'm drawing line of symmetry here, the line of symmetry. Okay, what do you think that left side is equal to right hand side? Isn't it? This is what they have asked for. That does this triangle, does this square making line of symmetry? What do you think? Of course, if I would be dividing this left hand side or comparing this left hand side with the right hand side, we can see that it is making a line of symmetry. Okay, so this is what we can consider it as. It makes the square which is shown in the figure makes line of symmetry. Okay, they also ask that if yes, how we have shown that if while drawing it, left hand side is equal to the right hand side. If we are folding even from left to right, right to bottom, we can observe that it is again making line of symmetry. So now how many line of symmetry would be there? There are few figures in front of you. You have to just tell that how many line of symmetries would be there. Yes, I'm giving you rights. I'm giving you few seconds also to think about the line of. We have done single line of symmetry. That was line of symmetry. If I ask you to draw this line of symmetry here also, right? If I ask you to draw a line of symmetry from the center also. Also, I ask you to draw the line of symmetry which is like the already made. And what about this? So you can see that I have drawn lot of line of symmetries here, isn't it? In the shapes which are given to you, they are pentagons. Okay, yeah. You can see that I have drawn lot of line of symmetries here, isn't it? So what you are considering from this? We can draw many line of symmetries in a single image, isn't it? Now similar in the case of pentagon, you are observing in front of you. Here also there is a spider which has been made, which is also a line of symmetry, multiple line of symmetries. Okay, this is what we consider as in case of pentagon. You can see that there are lot of multiple pentagon line of symmetry which are drawn on pentagon. These line are, you can observe from the image that it is saying there is an angle which is 120 degree from each angle. In case of pentagon, we know that all the sides are equal. Also, all the angles are equal, and the angles are making how much angle? 120 degree. So now we will be making pentagon first. Then let me show my screen. We will be drawing pentagon here, observing that how it has been divided into multiple line of symmetry. Okay, we know in the case of we are having how much lines? In case of pentagon, we are having 5. In case of hexagon, we are having 6 lines which are equal to each other. Also, the angles create 100 side. That is also that is 120 side. Or we can say each vertex. Okay. Yes. Now we are asking that if they are drawing line of symmetry from this side. This is one single line of symmetry. Now I would like to draw a line of symmetry here. I want it from the center also. I want it from the another diagonal also. What you are observing is that there are lot of line of symmetry which we are obtaining, and this is a concept of multiple line of symmetry which we are doing now, but in the previous classes we have done about the single line of symmetry which is dividing the image into two parts. But here we can see that it is divided into so many parts. Okay. So yes. So here is a question in front of you. Let me scroll my screen here. Yes. So you have to find the line of symmetry in the following figures. Now what kind of figures these are? What is the name for these figures? The first one you might have played this game many times. I'm giving you few seconds, you can think about it. What would be, how many line of symmetries would be there on these images? One is a triangle, yes, and another one is a square biscuit in a square shape, and the first one is a triangle. How many line of symmetry would be there in case of triangle? Yes, definitely we would be putting a line in between first. Okay, then we can also put line symmetry from the center in case of triangle. But what we would be considering, the upper portion is not equal to the second one, so it won't be considering in line of symmetry. Okay, so we can either use this line or we can also use diagonal line. I'll be showing you later. You can just think in your mind and have an idea about the same. In case of square, I already mentioned with you people. Yes, so this is a structure I have been attached, that in equilateral triangle, which I showed in the previous one, there are three lines of symmetry. As I told you, from the center we can't draw that. But if we are drawing it from center, like upwards to downward, but not from left to right, because in that case the triangle would be, the upper portion of the triangle would not be equal to the lower one. Okay, so this is how we can say that triangle is having three line of symmetry, and what about the square? It is having four line of symmetry, as I already drawn and shown it to you. So it would be, square would be four line of symmetry. Yes. So what would be the line of symmetry for regular pentagon? In pentagon, how many line of segments are there? Yes. Yes. You are guessing it right. Five. Right. So what do you think in case of pentagon? How many line of symmetry would be there? Let us try on the board. You can also do it on your books. Let us draw pentagon here. That have a good idea. Yes. Now we would be drawing pentagon first, which is having five lines. Because it looks like a heart, isn't it? So if we can draw line of symmetry in between it, okay. This is a one line of symmetry. Now let us try. If we are drawing from here, is this portion is equal to the above one? No. So we can't draw line of symmetry here because this area is not equal to this one. Similarly, in the case of this, okay. So what do you think then? How much lines, or how we can say that line of symmetry we can draw? From center we can't draw, from the diagonals we can't, from here also. So what would be the line of symmetry? Only one? Yes. So in the case of pentagon, there is only single or one line of symmetry is there. This is what were asked from you people. Now, what does this image is showing? What are you observing from this image? Yes, you are guessing it right, line of symmetry. What about the left, that rectangular, or we can say the shape which has been drawn and which has created the alphabet? You are guessing it right. Exactly, you have guessed it absolutely right, that they have used the mirror here. Okay, they have used mirror here for making the, yes, for making the alphabet complete. Let us try here. with the help of mirror. We are having mirror here. Now, let us first of all draw alphabet on a paper. This is a paper. I have folded from in between, or you can not if you don't want. Now, I would be writing half A over here. You also do with me. I want you all of you to do same. It is quite an interesting activity. Yes. Now, let me grab my screen. This is a mirror activity we would be doing. That is a mirror reflection. Then how this mirror reflection makes the image. Here, I'm showing you the mirror here. Now, I am keeping this alphabet here. You can see that if I am making this A here, that is half made, I have written A half A here. If I'm keeping it on it, what you can observe is that this half A is making the entire complete A, isn't it? You can notice that. Yes, so you can see that it is making complete A. That means it is making a proper line of symmetry. Okay, so this is the another way how we can find a reflection or line of symmetry with the help of mirror. Okay, students, I hope you have understood about the mirror reflection and you will be trying at your home as well. Yes. So now related to that, let us do another activity. Now they have asked us to play this punching game. Okay, now what we have to do in this, fold a sheet into two halves. Like I folded it into yes, two halves. Like this was a page, I folded it into two halves. Now they asked us to punch a hole. Let us punch a hole with the help of scissors. Or you can also punch if you are having punching machine with you. There's no hard and fast rule. You would be just using punching machine and or you have to use scissors only. You can punch on many sides wherever you feel like. There is no need compulsion. You will be punching one. Yes. So I have punched here. I have punched here on the same paper where I wrote A. Now I am opening it. What I have observed is that punching which I did here has been created here also, isn't it? The same one in a triangular shape. In the same example which you are which is visibly on the screen, two holes are symmetrical to each other. I have cut it in a triangular shape. I am observing the hole on the another side is also in the triangular shape. So we can say that it is also making a symmetry. Yes. So if we are folding some paper and we are punching it, so we would be considering that in a triangular or circular shape, we are observing the same punching material. Yes. So you would be solving this now. Which one of the following makes mirror line and how? What do you think? From these, which is making a mirror line and how? In the first, you can see that is the dotted line in a mirror line. What do you think? If this dotted line, like if I am, taking this shape, if I am cutting it from between, I am folding this side towards upwards. Okay, if I'm covering this towards upward, you can see it would remain here only. It won't be going to till this. So we can say that this portion, lower portion, is not equal to the upper portion. So it won't be considering it as line of symmetry. Okay. So what about the second image? Is this dotted line a mirror line? What do you think? Yes, it is a mirror line because in the center, if we are folding it as this, if we are looking from left and right, we are watching the similar face from both the sides. So it would be considering as mirror line. Okay. So now let us conclude what we have done in today's class, that is line of symmetry. First of all, we have understood about a line of symmetry in regular polygons. Then we have done the multiple line of symmetry, like how many lines of symmetry we can apply on a single image or single object figure. And what about the mirror reflection? It was related to the mirror, where we can take half portion of anything like alphabet or any object. If we are keeping on a mirror, we are observing that the mirror is making reflection and it is completing that object. So it would be considering it as line of symmetry. So excellent students, you all have understood it very well. So you have to now identify the line of symmetry in this. If any, each of the following figures, you have to identify which if they are making line of symmetry, multiple line of symmetry or not. Yes, I'm giving you few seconds. You can do that. Yes. In the first image, you can see that it is making line of symmetry. Excellent, you have understood it very well. It is making line of symmetry. And in the second case, yes, if we are dividing from center, it is making line of symmetry, but from this side, it is again making line. So we can say that it would be considering it as two line of symmetry. In the third case also, in the fourth case also. Excellent students, you all have understood the concept successfully. Yes, so here is a homework in front of you. You have to, I have given you few images. You have to just copy the figure and punch holes. Like you would be taking a paper and punching the from the area they have punched in. And you, when you would be opening it, you would be considering that the hole in this area is equal to this. That means it is making line of symmetry. You have to identify that. Okay. Yes. So in the next, these all figures are would be considering it as this. Okay. So here's the activity in front of you. I also have given examples for an idea how you would be applying this on this activity vertically, horizontally, and both. Okay. So very good students, you all have understood the concept very well. So this is what done for today's class, students. Thank you so much.